She was the daughter of one of the richest men in New York. Yet on her 24th birthday, she sat alone in a small cafe, ready to eat her cake. No family, no friends, no one at all. And just when she thought the day couldn't feel any lonelier, the door opened, and a little girl with pink flowers whispered to her father, "Can we sit with her?" The rain had been falling since dawn. New York's streets glistened like rivers of gold beneath the yellow glow of street lamps. Taxis rushed by, their tires hissing against wet asphalt. Inside a cozy corner cafe, the hum of espresso machines mixed with the soft jazz playing in the background. Emily Harper sat by the window in her wheelchair, watching raindrops race each other down the glass. Her blonde hair curled gently over her shoulders, and she wore a simple white dress, one she'd chosen carefully, though no one was coming to see it. Emily wasn't just anyone. She was the only daughter of Richard Harper, a billionaire CEO, known for his empire of luxury hotels. People imagined her life was a fairy tale, mansions, designer clothes, endless parties. But behind closed doors, Emily's world was much quieter and lonelier. After a car accident at 17 left her paralyzed from the waist down, many of her so-called friends drifted away. Parties turned into polite excuses. Invitations stopped coming. Even her father, though he provided everything money could buy, seemed to give her less and less of his time. That morning, he had called to say, "Sweetheart, I'm sorry. A deal just came through. I'll make it up to you." She'd heard those words before. Now, all she had was a small cake. She had ordered herself a single-tier vanilla sponge with white frosting and delicate sugar roses. The cafe staff had placed 7 candles on top, their flames flickering softly. Emily took a deep breath, ready to sing happy birthday to herself, when the cafe door opened with a little bell chime. A tall black man in a gray hoodie stepped in, shaking raindrops from his shoulders. Holding his hand was a little girl, no more than 6, wearing a white floral dress and bright white sneakers. In her other hand, she clutched a small bunch of pink flowers, their petals still speckled with rain. They scanned the cafe for an empty seat, but the girl's eyes landed on Emily first. She tugged at her father's sleeve and whispered something. He bent down to listen, smiling softly. Emily glanced up just as they began walking toward her. She wasn't used to strangers approaching her, especially not in moments like this. The man stopped beside her table. "Excuse me?" he said warmly. "Would it be all right if we joined you?" Emily blinked in surprise. "Oh, yes, of course." The little girl climbed into the chair next to Emily and carefully placed the flowers on the table. "These are for you," she said shyly. Emily's heart swelled. "They're beautiful. Thank you so much." "I'm Maya," the girl said proudly. "This is my dad, James." James smiled. "We were walking home when Maya saw you sitting here. She said, 'Daddy, she shouldn't have to eat her birthday cake alone.'" Emily felt a lump in her throat. "You knew it was my birthday?" Maya nodded. "I saw the candles. Birthdays are for sharing." The 3 of them sat together, and for the first time all day, Emily felt the warmth of company. They talked about little things, Maya's school, her favorite books, how James worked as a bus driver and loved cooking on weekends. Then Maya clapped her hands. "We have to sing," Emily laughed nervously. "You want to?" James grinned. "Oh, we're doing this." In the middle of that quiet cafe, 2 strangers sang happy birthday to a woman they'd just met. The jazz music seemed to fade, and the chatter of other customers became background noise. Emily felt her chest tighten, not from sadness this time, but from the overwhelming kindness of it all. She closed her eyes, made a wish she didn't dare speak aloud, and blew out the candles. Maya clapped like it was the best thing she'd ever seen. Emily cut the cake, giving each of them a generous slice. Maya took hers eagerly, frosting smudging the corner of her mouth. James ate more slowly, watching his daughter's joy. "You? No," Emily said softly. "This is the first time in years I've felt like my birthday mattered." James leaned forward. "It matters. You matter. And it doesn't take money or a crowd to prove that." They stayed for nearly an hour, sharing stories and laughter as rain continued to patter outside. Emily learned that Maya loved drawing, that her favorite color was yellow, and that she had been saving her allowance to buy her dad a birthday gift. When it was finally time to go, Maya hopped down from her chair and hugged Emily. "I'm glad we came in," she said. Emily hugged her back. "Me too. You made my birthday perfect." James gave a small wave. "Happy birthday, Emily. Take care of yourself." As they stepped out into the rain, Emily watched through the cafe window as James lifted Maya onto his shoulders, the little pink flowers still on the table beside her. She sat there for a long moment, thinking. For years, she had believed that her life's value was tied to her father's attention, her friends' approval, or the image people saw of her online. But today proved something else entirely. Kindness from strangers could mean more than 100 expensive gifts. That night, Emily texted her father, "I had a wonderful birthday. Hope your meeting went well." She didn't mention the cafe or the cake or the little girl named Maya. This was hers to keep, her quiet miracle on a rainy day. And somewhere in the city, a 6-year-old girl probably went to bed without realizing. She had given someone the greatest gift of all, the feeling of being seen, valued, and loved.